And hello, and welcome into Steins Gate. Yet again, another part here, because I actually want to get through the game at some point this year. At the current rate, it's going to take us a long time, because we're very close to the beginning, I guess, still. Today, like last time, we end up recruiting a new member to the lab, which was Makisa Kurisu, aka the Zombie. And this time, we're going to continue with our experiment, I guess. I think, at least, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we did yesterday. At least. And, yeah.
クリス君にこれまでに我々が行った実験について説明してやりたまえ。
Give Kurisu-kun an explanation on our experiments so far.
だが断る。
But I refuse. Alright. What is that from? A quotation from the popular manga Juju's Bizarre Adventures. On the internet, it is used frequently as a cool way to turn someone down. Alright. In the end, I'm the one who has to explain. Along the way, I also relate the tale of my heroic deeds, which enrages Kurisu, of course. But I finally tell her everything about the bananas and the PhoneWave name subject to change. Kurisu doesn't ask any questions. She's quick to understand as expected of a genius.
やっぱり興味深いわ。
Fascinating.
貴様の見解を聞こう。
Let's hear your opinion.
少なくとも電磁波兵器やテレポートだっていうくだらない仮説は捨てるべきですね。
I think we can at least throw out completely worthless theories like electromagnetic weaponry and teleportation. But Lady Dolph protests too much.
もう一度実験してみてもいい？私もこの目で見てみたいの。
Can we run the experiment one more time? I want to see it for myself. Without waiting for our approval, Kurisu plucks an untouched banana and sticks it in the microwave, then starts entering the commands on her phone. It's strange. She's still wearing her usual frown, but I can't shake the feeling that she's really enjoying herself. I can't put my finger on why, call it a hunch. But I mean, she's a scientist. Why shouldn't she enjoy experimenting?
岡部さんと橋田さんはバナナの方を見てて。
Okabe-san, Hashira-san, please watch the bananas.
俺に指図しないでもらおうか。俺はマッドサイエンティストの方を。
Who are you to give me orders? I'm the mad scientist. Oh!
いいから。
Whatever,
バナナ
just
から
keep
目
your
を
eyes on
離
the
さないでくだ
bananas.
さい。
Okay, she's a little snippy. Don't I do as we're told instead of the bananas? Truth be told, we were planning to watch the bananas anyway. After missing it the first time, we're determined to witness what transpired with our own eyes.
60秒経過。何か変化は？
60 seconds have passed. Any change?
ないな。
Nope. Any second now, the jellified banana should reappear on the stem. If it only happens once, we can just call it an accident and be done with it. But if it happens twice, then that's proof that something actually is going on. And then Kurisu will have to admit that I, the great Hoen Kyoma, have invented humanity's first teleporter. I keep staring at the bananas in anticipation. 100 seconds. A few moments after Kurisu's report,
お、
a gel banner suddenly appears without a sound. Now there are two of them on the bunch. It happened faster than the blink of an eye.
出てきた。
It appeared.
あ、
I'm at a loss for words. I just witnessed the unthinkable. This phenomenon is clearly teleportation. The microwave timer chimes. Kurisu peeks into the microwave, stumped.
そっちはどうだった？
How does it look?
104秒経過したときに消えちゃった。いきなり。
At one of those seconds, it disappeared abruptly. Yeah. She's quite flustered. I don't think many people could remain calm after witnessing such a phenomenon.
やはりテレポートなのだよ。人類史上初のな。
So it is the teleporter, the first in human history. Kurisu quickly calms down. She furrows her brow and crosses her arms, tapping her right foot as she mutters to herself.
瞬間移動なんてそ そんなのありえるの？
Teleportation? Is that even possible?
でも実際に移動したし、信じられないけど。
It did move, no matter how unbelievable that may be.
量子テレポートかな？
Could it be quantum teleportation? No, that only occurs on the quantum level.
現実から目を背けるな。その目で見たものが全てだ。
Does not refer to actual teleportation. In 2004, Japanese researchers performed the first successful complete quantum leap experiment. Suppose we have twin particles, photons in this case, A and B. Because they are twins, they have a property of symmetry. If one exhibits upspin, the other will exhibit downspin. This means that observing either particle allows one to know the state of the other. This is called entanglement. The state of an elementary particle, photon, cannot be confirmed until observed. For the experiment, we attach data C, the information we want to teleport, to photon A. We are now observing photon AC. Based on the property of symmetry, we know that no matter how far it may be, photon B will change to match, effectively becoming BC. Note that photon B has not yet been observed. Afterwards, we send photon AC's information from A's observation equipment to B's observation equipment through standard transmission. Now observing photon B will change it to photon BC. This process is called quantum teleportation because data C changes position instantly. However, since one step requires using standard data transmission, it is impossible for the information to exceed the speed of light. Finally, photon BC's teleported data C is actually a copy of photon AC's data C. The whereabouts of the original photon C become unknown. This point differentiates quantum teleportation from actual teleportation. Okay, I don't get it. No, I mean, I get it. The idea is that because they're linked, you know, you don't have to like check one of them to know the state of the other, you know? In that case, oh, the banana is gone from the microwave, well, PhoneWave, name subject to change, and that must mean that it's back to the other banana. Or, because we know that the banana is back on the bunch, it means that it's no longer in the microwave. That being the case, though, it kept being there, and I wonder what would have happened if we would have forced our eyes, or if the thing was recorded, for instance, you know, or if we forced our eyes to stay open the whole time, etc., etc. Because it happened in a thing. Would have been interesting if theoretically the event doesn't happen as long as someone's watching. Don't avert your eyes from the truth. What you've seen with your own eyes is everything. She gives me a sharp look. Her eyes are like a sniper's, hard and keen.
本当にテレポートなの？結論ありきで考えるのは危険よ。
Did it really teleport? It's dangerous to reason from a conclusion.
ならば天才少女よ。
Well then, genius
今の
girl.
現象は何だというのだ。
What do you call this phenomenon?
整理しよう。
Let's sort this out.
バナナの房や冷凍唐揚げの時はテレポートしなかった。そうよね。
Neither the banana bunch nor the frozen chicken teleported, correct?
例えば、テレポートできるものの大きさに限度があるのかもしれん。
So maybe there's a size limit for objects that can teleport.
唐揚げってバナナより小さいじゃない。
But aren't those chicken pieces smaller than bananas?
実験にはいつも同じ唐揚げを使っていた。ワンパック12個入りだ。
We use the same chicken for each experiment. They come in 12 packs. Mario only buys a favorite, juicy chicken number 1.
そうなると結構な量だよな。
That's quite a lot then.
塩は？塩でも実験してみたんでしょ？
What about salt? You experiment with salt too? Right? We used a handful of table salt on a plate for one experiment. Nothing happened.
お皿が邪魔だったか。
Maybe the plate was in my way.
もちろん皿なしの状態でもやってみたか。変化なしだった。
Of course we tried it without the plate, but that didn't change anything.
だったら食塩については一粒一粒を基準とした場合、小さすぎるからダメとか？
But baby, each individual grain of salt was too small or something. Any clue?
かかりが欲しい。
Looks like our genius girl's fighting a hard battle. She starts pacing the room, looking a little annoyed.
他には
Anything
電
else?
話レンジに関連することで気づいたこと
Have you noticed anything else about the PhoneWave?
電話レンジではなく電話レンジ過去仮だ。
Not PhoneWave. PhoneWave, name subject to change.
どっちでもいいわよ、そんなの。
Forget about that.
どうなの？気づいたことあるの？
So,
ないの？
notice anything yet or not? Chris is looking at Daru. Looks like she's asking him, not me. True, he should know more about the PhoneWave, name subject to change, than I do. He's done all the maintenance on it after all.
ああ、そうだ。
Oh, right.
一度こいつからすごい放電が起きたお。
One time it shot off a huge electrical discharge.
何？
What?
そんな話は初耳だぞ。
I don't know anything about that.
オカリンがいない時だったからな。
That's because you weren't around when it happened.
放電ってどの程度？
Discharge? How much?
この開発室が蛍光灯で照らされたように明るくなったんだよ。それが2秒くらい続いたかな。
It was like a fluorescent light lit up the development room. It lasted about 2 seconds, I guess.
どういう状況で起きたの？
What were the circumstances?
こいつにつないでる携帯の調整。専用のものを外して代わりに自分の携帯を接続して。
I was adjusting the cell phone attached to it. I unhooked it and put my own in.
そしたらしばらくしてビリビリ。
And a little bit later, Sparky.
それはいつのことだ？
When was that?
昨日の昼だよ。オカリンがドクター中町の発表会を見に行った時。
Around noon yesterday when he went to see Dr. Nakabachi's presentation.
ドクター中鉢。
Dr. Nakabachi? That's right. I went to see Dr. Nakabachi's conference yesterday. Come to think of it, he stole his time travel theory from John Taita. Maybe the current John Taita is actually Nakabachi.
だが待て。ダル
But
よ。
wait, Daru.
お前は言ったはずだぞ。ドクター中橋の発表会は中止になったと。
Didn't you say that Dr. Nakabachi's presentation was cancelled?
そう、その時。でもオカリンは中止にもかかわらずマユシと一緒に出かけて行ったろう。
Yeah, but you went with Mayoshi anyway, remember? No, I don't remember that. After all, Nakabachi's presentation wasn't cancelled, the way I remember it. I still don't understand why my memories seem to disagree with everyone else's.
そういえばその時間、俺はダルにメールをした。着信しなかったのか？
It reminds me, I sent you an email back then. Did you get it?
メールって？
An email?
昨日 ATF で見せてくれたメール？
That email you showed me at ATF yesterday? When I nod, Kurisu comes closer.
それって確か私がその発表会で男に刺されて死んだっていう内容だったわよね。
It said someone stabbed me at the presentation, didn't it?
ああ。
Yeah.
だが、ダルの携帯にはなぜか1週間以上前に届いていて。
But for some reason, Daru's phone received it a week ago.
は？あれってオカリンの嘘じゃないん？でないとタイムスタンプがおかしなことになるじゃん。
Wasn't that one of your stories? If it wasn't, then that would make the timestamp weird.
俺はいつも真実しか言わん。
I will speak for
という
truth.
か、そこまで言うなら送信履歴を見せてやる。
If you don't trust me, I'll show you my send history. I whip out my phone and call up the history, but
ない。
it's gone. Not a trace of the email remains. If the only thing we've sent to Daru is this one. According to my memory, I think it was about 30 minutes after Dr. Nakabachi's conference. About 10 people, including me, saw Kurisu's body panicked and fled Radican. That's when I sent out email. But no matter how many times I checked, there's no record of it. It should be there, but it isn't. Just like the banana inside PhoneWave, names have to change.
なぜないんだ？俺は確かに送ったぞ。昼の1時前には。
I could have sworn I sent it just before 1 p.m. あ、まさにその時間だよ、放電現象が起きたのは。
That's when it happened.
いいともが終わる直前だったからな。
The show I was watching was about to end. Suddenly, a flash of inspiration strikes. Inspiration! Edison would be proud. This isn't something you can accomplish with effort. Basically, I'm a genius! I turned to Daru and Kurisu with a huge grin on my face.
なるほどな。 そういうことだったのか。
I get it. So that's what happened.
何？
What?
ああ、これはオカリンのいつもの癖だからあんま気にしない方がいいよマジで。
Oh, this is one of Ocarin's usual habits, so don't mind it seriously.
黙れ。
Silence!
俺は気づいた。
Afraid fianza.
気づいてしまった
And
の
now
だ。
the world will tremble. I slap the top of the PhoneWave name subject to change. This bad boy can puck quite much. Slaps the roof of the PhoneWave name subject to change.
俺が送ったメールの不可思議な現象と放電が起きたことにはズバリ
The disappearance of my mail, the strange timestamp, and the sudden electrical discharge must be
何か関係がある。
related somehow.
で、
And?
は？
何か関係があるのは分かった。で、何かって何？
I understand that they're related somehow, but how?
それを調べるのがお前の仕事だ、クリスティーナ。
It's your job to figure that out, Christina.
橋田さん、この人と話すの疲れる。
Ashira, talking to this guy is so tiring.
最初はみんなそうだよ。
Everyone's
基
like
本
that
的な
at
対
first.
策は真に受けないこと。
The trick is not to take him seriously.
そこ俺の言動を全否定するな。
And you call yourself my right-hand man? Whatever, I'll prove that I'm right. If we can reproduce the electrical discharge phenomenon, it should bring us closer to understanding the timestamp mystery.
ダル、放電現象が起きた時の電話レンジカッコ仮の状態を教えろ。
Daru, describe the PhoneWave name subject to change status when the discharge phenomenon occurred.
結構無茶な状態にしてたんだよな。自分の携帯を電話レンジにつなげてペケロッパで操作可能かどうかテストしてた。
It was kind of a mess. I had connected my phone to the PhoneWave. I was testing to see if I could control it with the X68000. I disconnected the phone plugged into the PhoneWave, name subject to change, and replaced it with mine. And then I hear the door open in the lounge.
ただいまー。お腹すいた。
I'm home! So hungry. Mayuri came in carrying a convenience store bag. Looks like she's done with work.
唐揚げ食べようっと。ジューシー唐揚げナンバーワン。
Time to eat some chicken.
オカリン、バナナ買っといてくれた？ねえ、オカリン。
Did you buy the bananas, Ocarin? When she enters the development room, her eyes go wide.
あれれ？お客さん？
Huh? We have a guest? When she notices Kurisu, Mayuri bows her head with her usual smile.
マユシーです。よろしくね。
I'm Maeshi. Nice to meet you.
マキシェです。ラボメンになったみたいです。
Apparently I'm a lab member now.
へえ、ほんと？すごい！女の子のラボメンだ。
Really? That's great! Another girl lab member.
ダル、ペケロッパでどんな操作を？
Dara, what were you doing with the X68000?
さっき言った通りメールの着信設定の調整だって。遠隔操作のためのメールを受け取った時のモニタリング用でさ。
Like I said, I was adjusting the incoming mail settings. I was monitoring the moment it received mail for remote control.
だから同時に120秒の冷凍機能を使ってた。
That's why I put it on freezing mode for 120 seconds too.
PC からでも冷凍機能を起動できるようにしてやんだよね。昨日はそのテストもしてたんだ。
I made it so that you can start freezing mode by computer. I tested that out yesterday too.
メイリー、ジューシー唐揚げナンバーワンを電話レンジカッコ仮の中へ。
My insert the juicy chicken number 1 into the PhoneWave name subject to change.
みんなも唐揚げ食べる？一個ずつならあげてもいいよ。
You all want some? I can give you one each. With her usual ditziness, Mayuri puts the chicken inside the microwave. Daru explains what everything on the computer monitor means. Doesn't look that different from using DOS. I enter 120 hashtag on the keyboard and strike the enter key. The PhoneWave, name subject to change, starts up. The juicy chicken number 1 starts spinning backwards on the turntable. Kurisu stares hard at the PhoneWave, name subject to change, as if to not let any anomaly, no matter how slight, escape her notice.
これで放電現象が起きた時の条件は再現したはずだな。
So we've reproduced the conditions that existed when the discharge phenomenon occurred, right?
どうだったっけ
How was it again?
そこに突っ立っている助手
You there, assistant.
私？
Me?
他に誰がいるのだ
Who else?
いつから私はあんたの助手になった？
When did I become your assistant?
いいから
Just
俺のメールアドに何
send
かメー
something
ルを
to
送
my
れ
phone. If we've reproduced the conditions correctly, then if she sends something to my phone while it's connected to the PhoneWave name subject to change, it should arrive with the timestamp from the past, not the present. But my assistant, Kurisu, just scowls.
私、
Kurisu
あんたのアドレ
Tina!
ス知らないわよ。
I don't even know your email address.
使えない助手だな
What a useless assistant.
勝手に助手にすんなと言ったろうが。
Don't call me assistant.
ダルお前の携帯からメールを
Daru, send an email from your phone.
なんて
Sure, but
適
what?
当でいい
Anything.
クリスティーナは変態これで送れ
Send Christina's a perv.
変態禁止って言っただろ。
I thought we agreed to stop saying that.
じゃあ間を取ってオカリンは変態で
Let's compromise and go with Okarin's a perv.
この裏切り者め
You traitor.
橋田さん、
Good job, Hashida. Good job. Kurisu grins and gives Daru a thumbs up. Really don't like this.
マヨシーのバナナが
Oh no, Mayoshi's banana! Sounds like Mayuri has found the results of our latest experiment.
バナになってるよ。
They became gal bananas.
実験に使わせてもらったの。
We experimented on them.
これ、マヨシーのなのに。
But they were Mayoshi's.
メール送信するぜ
Want me to send them mail now?
マヨシーさん、お金は後で払うよ。そこの法務員さんが。
You'll be reimbursed later. By Hohenson, that is.
なぜ俺なのだ
Why me?
もう、どうしていつもマヨシーの食べ物で実験するの？
Gee, why do you always have to experiment on Mayoshi's food?
もしかしてこの唐揚げも実験してるのかな？
Don't tell me you're experimenting on the chicken too.
そういうことだ
We are.
はいはーい
Okay,
送信す
sending
る
it
よ
now. Sending.
送信ポチッとな
Click. Mayuri slips past me and steps up to the active PhoneWave, name subject to change. Before anything can react, she grabs the handle.
おい待て開けるなマヨリ
Don't open that!
おや？
Huh? But it's too late. Blue-white light fills the room, crackling angrily like the heart of a storm.
放電してる。
An electrical discharge. A violent sparking sound. I grab Mayuri and pull her away from the PhoneWave, name subject to change.
なんかやばくね
Are we gonna die? This makes it look as if Mayuri is the cause of the lightning. A thin cloud of smoke fills the room. It smells like something's burning. My eyes are numb from all the flashing lights. I try blinking several times to regain my sight. I can hear Kurisu and Daru coughing.
全員
Everyone,
怪我はないか
okay?
なんとか
Somehow.
2秒どころかもっと長い時間放電
It's
してなかった。
definitely more than 2 seconds. When I squeeze my upper arm with the slender fingers.
おかえり。何が起きたのかな。
Kurita, what just happened? My vision gradually returns. Mario looks perplexed.
大丈夫か？やけどとかしてないか？
Are you okay? No burns or anything?
どこも痛くないから平気だと思うけど。
Doesn't hurt anywhere, so I think I'm okay. Looks like covering Mayuri was the right choice. Maybe an insane mad scientist though. But I'd still risk life and limb for the safety of my comrades. I gently let Mayuri out of my embrace. Phew. Well, that was something. I wiped the sweat off my brow.
ちょっとこれ見て。
Hey, look at this. Chris's voice is strained. My vision finally restored, I take another look around the room, and what I see strikes me speechless. The large table in the center of the room is made of thick, solid wood. It can hold about 5 or 6 people without breaking. That's why we placed the PhoneWave names up in exchange and the X68000 on it. The table has been split in two, as if by a woodcutter's axe. The computer and other parts connected to the microwave are scattered across the floor, and the microwave itself has broken through the table. It's literally stuck on the floor.
なんぞこれどうなって
How
い
did
くら
that?
電子レンジでも
I mean, it's
床
a
に穴
microwave.
を開けるほど重くはないっしょ。
But it's not heavy enough to make a hole in the floor.
放電現象だけじゃこうはならない。それ以外の現象が。
This can't be caused by electrical discharge, some other phenomenon? I shake off my surprise. This is no time to be standing with a jaw agape, in humor. Seize the moment.
すべて計算通り。
Just as my calculations predicted. First, some maniacal laughter. Next, I try to take out my phone and do the usual, but unfortunately, it's still plugged into the PhoneWave, and I'm subject to change. El, Psi, Kongru. I whisper the words. Words that have no meaning. Words I use simply because they sound cool. These words have meaning because they have no meaning. After years of repeated use, just speaking them is enough to calm my heart.
マユシの唐揚げがひ
So,
どいことになってる件について
about Mayushi's chicken. Mayushi stands up and looks inside the PhoneWave, name subject to change. It's embedded in the floor, but she somehow manages to pry the door open.
黒焦げだ。
Mayushi's chicken is all burned black. I pat Mayuri's shoulders to cheer her up.
ジューシー唐揚げナンバー1は偉大な実験の成功のため尊い犠牲となったのだ。冥福を祈ろうではないか。
Juicy chicken number 1 made a noble sacrifice for the progress of science. Let us pray for his happiness in the next life.
唐揚げのことはどうでもいい。今は電話レンジに何が起きたのか解析するのが先。
The chicken doesn't matter. Right now we need to determine what happened with the PhoneWave. Christina! How could you be so heartless? You lost a comrade today.
どうでもいいなんてあんまりだよ。
Mayuri agrees.
クリスティーナちゃん。
It doesn't matter. That's so mean. Christina-chan.
ちょっとそこの本意今日はどうしてくれんのよ。マユシーさんが私の名前間違えて覚えてる。
I love it. She's pouting. Kyoma, do something about this. Mayushi-san learned my name wrong.
それより換気した方がいいよ。
More importantly, we need ventilation.
うるさい。黙れお前たち。
Silence, all of you. I fix everyone with an overpowering stare. This shall be remembered as the moment that the greatest experiment of the century succeeded and brought humanity a step forward in a new direction. I don't know if he's just hallucinating this or if that's actually narration for the story of the game. Let me know. These guys have no right to ruin that with the foolish talk. Okay, never mind. It could just be fucking hallucination here. Journey view. My heart pounding, I detach my phone from the PhoneWave, name subject to change. Luckily, it's completely unharmed. I open it, it still works. Bring up the list of received emails. New emails should come out to the top. However, my heart beats even faster. The topmost email isn't one Daru sent before the discharge continued. The impossible phenomenon is exactly what I was hoping for. I look back through my email history, and there, I find it. Occurrence P. Received a week ago, or 5 days. Still, at 5:30 p.m. Success! I don't know why, but it was a success. The timestamp proves it. I received this email on July 24th, 5 days ago. This is the same exact thing that happened to someone stabbed Kurisu email. A mail sent on the 29th arrived on the 24th, so it is like just 5 days earlier. And just now, the truth was revealed to me in a flash of inspiration.
全てがつながった。
It all connects.
一連の出来事が意味する唯一無二の答え。
It all connects. There's meaning behind a series of events, and only one true answer.
この電話レンジカッコ仮に隠された機能の真実。それが見えた。
I've discovered the PhoneWave name subject to change through hidden function.
直感というより。
This isn't intuition.
So-
That's right. It's
これ
conviction.
は確信。
I want to check the emails again. So this one was gibberish that we received at some point. So we got this. And then we got this one. Perv. Of? P. Just spit it
な
out.
んだっていうの。
What do you think it is? I feel my lips twisted into a grin. I meet Chris's glare head on.
まず最初に言っておこう。
First, let me say one thing.
大発明のほとんどは何かの研究中に起こる偶然の産物であると。こ
The
れを
greatest
セレン
inventions.
ディピティという。
He says the English word too. That's so funny. The greatest inventions are created by accident. This we call serendipity.
脳書きはいい。
Get on with it. Get on with it. How dare she ruin my speech? Oh well, let's get to the point.
メールは過去へと送られた。
My mail was sent to the past.
溶けかけた唐揚げは冷凍状態に戻った。
The chicken returned to its frozen state.
房からちぎられたバナナは房へと戻った。
The plucked banana returned to the bunch.
まさか。
No way. Chris seems to get it now. As expected of my genius assistant. But what about this chicken? This chicken was burned to a crisp. Was it because of the electrical discharge? Or was it previously burned and the convenience store just scraped off the burned parts and put it back in as, like, just resold it? As expected of my genius assistant.
そのまさかだ。
Yes way. This is the choice of Steins gate.
この電話レンジ過去仮
All
は
credits. The PhoneWave name subject to change.
タイムマシンだ。
It's a time machine. And on that note, we're gonna call it a day here. If you enjoyed this, leave a comment, leave a like. I don't know. This was exciting. So much has happened, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where we go from here. I've seen the show, but I know that this game is expansive. You know, there's a lot to this game, so I'm really looking forward to checking this out. And I'll see it next time when I record more, aka in a minute. But you'll see that next time, whenever that is. Until then, I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you enjoyed yourselves, and I'll see you around. Bye-bye.